Hello everyone. Today I will be presenting an overview of some of the most significant botanical gardens around the world. These gardens play an important role in plant conservation, research and education. So moving ahead, as we have already learned about the botanical garden in the previous sessions. So botanical garden are a specialized institution that focuses on the cultivation and conservation of plants, and they help us to learn about the plants, protect different species and teach us how to care for nature. These gardens are not only for research but also offer a peaceful place for people to visit. And the famous botanical garden like Royal Botanical Garden in Kew, the Singapore Botanical Garden in the New York Botanical Garden play an important role in studying the plants and promoting environmental care. So let's describe them one by one. Starting from the renowned botanical garden, that is Kew, London. It is one of the most famous botanical garden in the world, located in the London and established in 1759. It has grown into a UNESCO World Heritage Site and houses over 50,000 species. Kew Garden is renowned for its scientific research and has made significant contribution to the understanding of plant biodiversity. As in these images you can see a number of images of Kew Botanical Gardens at the London. You can see there is a number of sections that present in this particular garden. So Royal Botanical Garden Kew is a monument institute in the world. It has a most modern and well-equipped laboratories and collection of rare plants. In 1841, the Sir William Jackson Hooker took over as director of Kew Garden and he built farmhouse of exotic beauty and established a vast herbarium. His son J.D. Hooker, who also became a director, added rhododendron and the many species collected from the Himalaya, which added excellence to the Kew Botanical Garden. Then he published Flora of British India and was the editor of botanical magazine, that is the Thurston Dial, published the research journals called Kew Bulletin, and the Thurston Dial published the research journal called Kew Bulletin and the Index Cubensis. This became a very important source of reference for the botanical names of the plants of the world. He also added Alpine House. He became very important source of reference for the botanical names of the plant of the world. And he also added Alpine House, Rose Garden, Bamboo Garden and a lily pond in this particular beautiful Royal Botanical Garden. Besides this, herbarium of a botanical garden houses 6.5 million specimens. This is one of the largest herbarium of the world, and the arboretum has more than 7,000 species and varieties. And there are about 13,000 species and varieties growing in glass houses and 80,000 herbaceous species are grown outdoor. So the layout at Kew includes the collection of willows, oak, cedar, lilies, pine, sweet cashew nut, tulip, daffodils, hazels, sweet gum, poplar, filmy ferns, thuja, cypress, Japanese cedar and number of plants. So the special garden and Kew comprise rhododendron collection, as I have told you earlier, that developed by the Sir Dr. Hooker. Then bamboo garden, chalk garden, rock garden, shrub garden and health heat garden and rosary. So the splendid greenhouses in Kew include a palm house, fenneries, water lily houses, alpine houses and temperature house. And some of the important publications of this particular gardens are the Flora of British India and Kew Bulletin and Index of Cubensis. And we have already studied in our first session of the botanical garden that how Kew Garden provide a very important role in the taxonomic studies, because it is providing and connecting the global partners. They are serving as a very important source of a plant species and their material for the research, education as well as the conservation efforts. So we've already seen what are the important roles of Kew that playing for the botanist as well as for the ecologist. Then the next one is the New York Botanical Garden that located in the Bronx, New York, and it spans an impressive 250 acres and it's home to over 1 million of plants. Since this is founded in 1991, it has a focus not only showcasing the plant biodiversity but also on how promoting the environmental sustainability through the educational program and the scientific research. As in this image you can see the botanical garden. Then the next one is the Singapore Botanical Garden that located in the heart of Singapore. And the Singapore Botanical Garden was founded in 1959 and it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the garden is particularly famous for its orchid garden which contains more than 1,000 orchid species. And the garden rich tropical biodiversity makes this prime location for research and conservation efforts. As you can see in this image, this is the National Botanical Garden at Singapore. Then the Royal Botanical Garden, that is Sydney, Australia, that is established in 1816, is located right next to the iconic Sydney Opera House. This garden is dedicated to the conserving native Australian plant while also playing an essential role in global plant conservation. And the garden offers stunning views of Opera House and Sydney Harbour Bridge. It is also offers numerous educational and programs and public events throughout the year. As in this image you can see the beautiful Royal Botanical Garden that is situated in the Sydney, Australia. Then the next one is the Jardin des Plantes, Paris, France, that is founded in 1626 and serve as a key hub for the botanical research. It is also home to the National Museum of Natural History, and the garden focus on the biodiversity research and the plant education makes it critical institution for the study of plants and their preservation. And in this image you can see the Jardin des Plantes in Paris. Then the next one is the Kirstenbosch, is located in the Cape Town in South Africa and the foot of the Table Mountain. It is known for the showcasing the rich flora of the Cape Floral Kingdom and one of the world's most biodiverse region, as you can see in this image. And this garden is dedicated to the preserving South African unique plant species and the popular site for the both research and tourism. As you can see in this image, it is providing a very beautiful scenic views in these images and also preserve the plant species in this particular regions. Then the next one is the Jardin Botanique de Montreal that situated in the Montreal, Canada, and the one of the largest and most diverse botanical garden in the world. It is features more than 20,000 plant species and includes beautifully themed gardens such as Chinese and Japanese garden. It also conducts vital research on plant conservation and ecology. It also conducts vital research on plant conservation and ecology. As you can see in this image, this is the Jardin Botanical de Montreal. Then the next one is the Brooklyn Botanical Garden that's situated in the New York. Is known for its stunning cherry blossom festival in the spring, and founded in 1910, the garden features over 14,000 types of plants. It also serves as an educational center with public program and focus on the sustainable horticulture. As you can see in these images. Then the next one is the Arctic Alpine Botanical Garden in Tromsø, Norway. Is one of the northernmost botanical garden in the world, and it is specialized in the plants from the cold and high altitude environment, showcasing the resilience of Arctic and alpine species, and it plays an important role in research on the climate change and conservation of northern plant. As you can see in this image, the beautiful scenic views of the Arctic Alpine Botanical Garden that present in Norway. Then the next one is the Desert Botanical Garden that present in the Phoenix, USA. This is home to a stunning collection of desert plants from around the world. With over 50,000 desert plant species, the garden focuses on the conservation and research into the drought-resistant plants and playing an important role in understanding the desert ecosystem. As you can see in this particular image, they are showing a number of desert plants that present in the Desert Botanical Garden in Phoenix. The next one is the Botanical Garden of Rio de Janeiro, that's situated in the Rio de Janeiro and was founded in 1808. It features more than 6,500 plant species with a special focus on Brazilian flora. The garden is famous for its magnificent palm tree avenue and its key institution in the preserving the Brazil's rich plant biodiversity, as you can see, which is famous for the palm trees, as you can see in this particular image, which has the avenue planting. And this one is the beautiful views of the Rio de Janeiro Botanical Garden. Then the next one is the Lloyd Botanical Garden, that is situated in the Darjeeling, India. This Lloyd Botanical Garden, Darjeeling, India was established in 1878, that located in the Himalayas. It is known for its collection of rare alpine plants and its research into temperate plant species. And the garden is heaven for the plant conservation in the high altitude regions of India. As you can see in this image, this is the Lloyd Botanical Garden that's situated in Darjeeling, India. Then the next one is the Nong Nuch Botanical Garden, Pattaya, Thailand. It is famous for its vast collection of tropical plants, including orchids and bonsai trees. And the garden also features stunning landscapes areas such as the French Garden and Cactus Garden, as you can see in these images, and focuses on the preservation and study of tropical plant species. You can see these are the beautiful pictures of the Nong Nuch Botanical Garden of Pattaya. Then the next one is the Sir Sirvingur. The Sir Sirvingur Ramagarga Botanical Garden in Mauritius is famous for its giant water lily, as you can see in these images, that showcasing a wide range of endemic and exotic species, and it's hub for the ecotourism and plant conservation in the region. So here in these images you can see a famous botanical garden, that is the Ramagolam Botanical Garden, which is showcasing a number of giant lilies in this particular section. Then the next one is the Adelaide Botanical Garden, that is present in the Adelaide, Australia, which is founded in 1857, is known for its stunning collection of Australian native plants. And the garden features iconic structures like the Palm House and the Bicentennial Conservatory. And it is also heavily involved in the plant conservation and educational program. As you can see, this is the Adelaide Botanical Garden in these images, which is for our beautiful scenic views in these particular images. Then the next one is the Jardin Majorelle, located in Marrakesh, Morocco, is famous for its vibrant blue architecture and exotic plant collection. It is was designed by the French artist Jacques Morgelino in the 1920 and showcases a variety of plants from the North Africa and tropical region. As you can see in this image, that is the Jardin Majorelle, which is situated in Morocco. A beautiful scenic view of this particular garden. This is the picturesque view of this particular garden. Then the next one is the Missouri Botanical Garden at the St. Louis, USA. It is also established in 1859 in the home to the oldest botanical research institute in the United States. And it is known for its beautiful Japanese garden, as you can see in these images, which has the Clementron dome. It plays a key role in plant conservation and environmental education. As you can see, they have a number of beautiful plants that are showcasing the Japanese landscaping in this particular Missouri Botanical Garden. Then the next one is the Butchart Garden, that is the Brentwood Bay in Canada. The Butchart Garden, located in British Columbia, Canada, it is known for its breathtaking landscaping. The next one is the Butchart Garden, that located in British Columbia and in Canada. It is known for its breathtaking landscaping garden that established in 1904. It is features diverse areas such as Sunken Garden, Japanese Garden and Rose Garden. The garden are open year round, offering a seasonal display that attract both visitors and around the world. You can see this is a beautiful Butchart Garden at Brentwood Bay and the Canada. They're showcasing a beautiful picturesque view that is also attraction of the tourist. Then the next one is the Gothenburg Botanical Garden that established in 1923, that's situated in the Gothenburg in Sweden. This is the one of the largest garden in the Europe. It is renowned for its rock garden and home to a vast collection of alpine plants, as well as it is focused on the conservation and biodiversity. And the garden offers both scientific resource and a peaceful retreat for the visitors. So this is also providing a very beautiful scenic views for the visitors and also providing a research for the botanists and scientists. Then the next one is the Keunkopf Gardens in Lissy, Netherlands. It is famous for its stunning spring flower display, as you can see in this particular image. It is founded in 1949 and it is known as a garden of Europe and features over 7 million flower bulbs planted each year. So visitors flock to Kulenkopf during the spring to see vibrant and colorful floral exhibitions, as you can see in these images. That is due to the presence of the flower bulbs. Over 7 million flower bulbs that showcased in the Kuchenkopf garden during the spring season. That's why it is known as the Garden of Europe. The next one is the Kyoto Botanical Garden that established in 1942 and it is known for its wide variety of traditional Japanese plants. And the garden includes a beautiful Japanese garden, a tropical conservatory, and it is also particularly famous for its cherry blossom in spring. It also plays an important role in researching and conserving the Japanese plant species, as you can see in this particular image. It is a beautiful Kyoto Botanical Garden that is located in the Kyoto, Japan. Then the next one is the Bergis Botanical Garden in Stockholm that founded in 1885 and focuses on the Swedish flora and aquatic plants. And the garden also houses greenhouses featuring tropicals and Mediterranean species, and it is connected to the Stockholm University and play an important role in botanical research and conservation, as you can see in this particular image. This is the Bergis Botanical Garden that provide both tourists as well as the research opportunities to the Stockholm University for the research. Then the next one is the China National Botanical Garden at Beijing, China. It is one of the largest botanical garden in Asia. It boasts a wide range of plants from China and around the world with strong emphasis of the plant conservation, ecological research and environmental education. As you can see, this one is a beautiful flower. As you can see here in this particular images, this is the China National Botanical Garden in China. Here it is a beautiful picture that is from the China Botanical Garden. Then the next one is the Foundation Monet in Grévy. France was the home of the famous Impressionist painter Claude Monet. And the gardens are known for their water lily pond, which has inspired many of the Monet's paintings. And the gardens blend French and Japanese garden styles, offering a unique space for both artistic inspiration and botanical studies. As you can see, this is a beautiful flowers lily pond. As you can see, a number of flowers here. It is a very beautiful, that is foundation of the Monet in Grévy. Then the next one is the Botanical Garden and Botanical Museum in Berlin. Is one of the Europe's oldest botanical institution that founded in 1679, and the garden houses over 20,000 plant species, and the museum offers in-depth exhibits on the plant science, ecology and the history of botany. As you can see, this is the image as well as the garden image as situated in the Berlin, Germany, and providing a number of plant for the exhibitions and study of the on the botanical sciences. Then the next one is the Royal Botanical Garden that's situated in the Kolkata, as established in 1787, one of the oldest in India. The garden is famous for the great banyan tree, as you can see in this image, whose canopies spans over 14,000 square meters. So it houses over 12,000 species of plants and serves as a key center for the research in plant biology and conservation in India. because in Royal Botanical Garden it also has a very large size of a herbaria that is situated in this particular garden, and they have a number of repository of plants. So they act as a very important role in the biodiversity of India. Then some other notable gardens, like in addition to these, there are several other noteworthy botanical gardens worldwide. For instance, Kew Garden in Jamaica, then Christiansborg in South Africa, the Royal Botanical Garden in Edinburgh, and the Huntington Library in the USA. All contribute significantly to the preservation of plant diversity and research, especially on the taxonomic studies, herbarium preservation. So all these botanical gardens play a very important role in the preservation of the plant specimens, either in the living ex situ conservation, or they also providing the many other benefits to the scientists as well as to the visitors. So the establishment of these gardens are very important. So that's why from this session, thank you all of you. I hope today's session has given you a deeper appreciation of the diversity and significance of the botanical gardens of the worldwide. That's all for today. Thank you all of you for joining this session.